Shalom, everyone. I hope that you are doing well. I know that you can't see me. I'm going to do an audio reading here. And so, welcome back, those of you who are returning. And if you're new, my name is Shannon. I'm glad to have you. I look at criminal activity. I specifically look at negative energy to see what's around so that we can be forewarned about it and rip it up and deal with the stupidness, because we're dealing with kooks out there in the earth. And or maybe you're the kook. I don't know. You never know who you're freaking talking to. But anyway, it's Real Talk on my channel. And so you'll just have to buckle up, okay? So you will get scripture here because it is found in the tarot. I'm not a religious person, nor am I a religious channel at all, but it could come across real heavy that way. I do love our creator. Everybody calls him the universe, but he has a name, folks, and he says his name forever is Jehovah Elohim. I keep all 10 of those commandments. I keep Jehovah's judgments. I keep his feast days. I am in covenant with my Father in heaven. And so I love Jehovah, and I love his son that walked among us in the flesh and died and rose again by the great power of Jehovah Elohim. So I love the Mashiach. So anyway, this is who I am. This is how to learn me as we go. I feel energy, and sometimes the energy flow is hard on me because I'm trying to navigate through it and talk to you all and read and stuff like that. So if you'd be patient with me, I would sure appreciate it. All right. So there's some type of a victory here today, and Jehovah's going to make something right for somebody. I just did a audio on my Spoon channel, and it was a bloody type of energy that was coming out in the cards and the card deck that I was showing. We had a victory and a defeat there. Somebody's in the freaking mob and has done some stupidness, and people think that they can play God. Well, you ain't no God, Father. Okay, your father is the devil. You think you got to pay somebody off to go do something just because you want somebody out of the way, or you want money, or whatever. You're a freak at that point, folks. So we're living in a time people better get their stuff together and get their eyes on the great one, because we're dealing with nasties, but we're living in the time that the wicked and the transgressors, the lawless, stupid people are being removed out of the earth. And if you're righteous, you'll get up and you will roar like a lion against the wickedness. Okay? There's only two sides that you can be on: the upright side or the negative, dark, disgusting, blindful side. And I choose to walk in the light, which is the word of Jehovah Elohim. Okay? So if you're not on that side, you're defeated. There is no victory for you. All you do is keep digging a hole and digging your pit deeper and deeper and deeper, and paying people off to go right down in that freaking ditch with you. And the scripture says that once everybody goes down in the lower parts of the earth and they find themselves there with Satan himself, they're all going to be looking at this person and saying, is this the man that shook nations? Yes, is a man, folks. People think that they're going to, get behind some leader who's only a man. Well, my leader and my ruler is the great king of the universe, and he does get the last say within some things. And people are on that side. We stand confident in the word of Jehovah because it will never return void at all. And so, anyway, this is who I am on my channel. And so welcome if you stay. If you got to go away, then because you got to go away. Hey, if it's your birthday, happy anniversary as well. Jehovah, just come on in here and prophesy. Jehovah, rebuke, bind, and block every foul, wicked, dark thing and shove it down to the pit of hell where it belongs. I just thank you for the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Come on in here and prophesy whatever you need to say. Thank you. All right, the Four of Swords is here. The Knight of Cups also just came out in my Spoon reading. And the King of Swords is here as well. And he also showed there in that reading. Now, if you're in the upright, you're in the upright. If you're not, because I do look at things like this, because I look at criminal activity, then I look at the negative side so that we know what's coming, so that we can, get up in its freaking face and roar at it, okay? The Knight of Cups is a fishy communication card. Somebody who is maybe even trying to seduce something, or somebody did try to seduce something. That's some type of an announcement, a communication, when the Page of Cups comes out. we're dealing with the law because last night was really there. We had the word, I spoke about a reading that I did. The word police was there. The FBI was there. Something was being circled in a large area around some matter. But this morning I had the mob that came out. Now, the King of Swords can represent a legal person as well, a divorcee. Something that the hospital was there today in my other reading and wording. He can represent somebody medical as well. The Four Swords is out here, and that's a death. Death of somebody's idea. The Four Swords is something about meditation as well. Also can be a card of being underneath the knife, because a lot of times you see somebody underneath three swords, right? And so I always take that. It could be a medical card as well, being under the knife. And so that energy was there. But there is some type of communication out here, and the other card also here in the deck, at the top of this deck that I'm using, is the Page of Pentacles. It was there, and I spoke in my spoon reading that it showed itself to me 3 times before it actually came out. And there is messages here, okay? And there's 3 court cards here. And there's three people, and the 3 of Swords was there in that reading this morning, and it also showed itself last night in last night's reading as well. Something is heartbreaking, something very sensitive with some type of communication out here around some matter. Okay, if the King of Swords in the negative is somebody very forceful and they're detached and something like that, then you are dealing with somebody who's very much in rebellion. They're in debauchery at that point. Okay, somebody's died out here within some ordeal, and somebody's been, trying to pay people off to get away with some murder or something around money was there as well today. But there's some type of communication out here today as well. Okay, the 5 of Cups also appeared in that reading this morning as well. Well, somebody in this 5 of Cups card that I'm using, it shows 2 people standing on 2 clefts of a rock. They're facing backwards towards one another. Okay, they had some type of a string or something that was connecting them. It shows around their waist. Now, they're not looking at one another. They're looking, their backs are towards one another, and the string was around both of them, and it was tied at one time. But in the picture, it shows the rock is cleft. There's the separation there, and that string has been completely severed apart. Okay, so something has been completely cut apart here. Now, if you're dealing with an ex or something like that, the King of Swords can also represent ex, also can represent in-laws, things like that as well. But the 5 of Cups is crying over spilt milk. Okay, somebody's bitter out here around some stupidness, and that's why there's, okay, there you go. That's why there's fishiness around some ordeal that's been going on. Give me just a second to fix this, this other phone here. Okay, I want to take those notifications off. So there has been something really fishy here around some stuff special. Like I said, the word mob was there. We know somebody's been trying to return, or they did return, did some stupid, and all they do is just continue to dig their own freaking ditch within some stupidness. All right, so anyway, the 5 of Cups is out here. If somebody does have some upright party coming for an apology, Jehovah stated that today something was going to be made right. Something's going to be right in front of somebody's face. Something's going to be forced, and there is going to be a positive outcome to something that's going on around this negative, nasty energy. Okay, so some of you all got some type of an apology around some matter. Then the 5 of Cups still has 2 cups there. Okay, but for some people, there's been completely things that are completely severed. They're gone. They're not being tied back together. They will not be fused back together at all. And that's why somebody's out here bitter, because somebody has been in rebellion out here. Okay, the 9 of Pentacles is here. That can go back to somebody who's single. There's high discernment when that card comes out. It's also a card of somebody being segregated and used for their freaking money. And the word bondage come out today. But Jehovah is breaking free the prison doors for those who have been taken advantage of, because that can be somebody who's just, they've been segregated, right? But there's a lot of money around some stuff, because it's a money card as well. It can go back to inheritances. The 4 Swords is here. That is a death energy. But I said the 5 of Wands. This is a competition. Somebody thinks there's a freaking competition, and somebody is a freaking nasty, disgusting kook. This is a strifeful, stupid card when it comes out. There's evilness here when strife comes around, according to the scripture, and we know it. Okay, there's some type of stupid, there's 2 people sitting here fighting one another, okay, back and forth, flying around, trying to do some stuff on this card, and yet there's a defeat out here, okay. The Hangman is at the bottom of the deck, and the Truth is at the top of the deck. So yeah, the Truth and the Lie came out yesterday, okay. Somebody's gonna be able to leave some troubled waters because somebody's getting defeated out here today, folks. All right, there's clarity when the truth comes out about something. All right, give us some words, Jehovah. What does you want to bring out here? Unity. Last night we did have the unity card that came out. There is unity for something. Okay. Well, if you're getting in unity for something upright, then it's going to go in your favor. And if you're getting in unity for something negative, you're going to find yourself in the pit of hell. There was blood everywhere in my spoon reading today in that picture that Jehovah showed. But you go right on ahead. Your blood is going to be splattered, just like the book of Isaiah, just like the book of Revelation states that when he came back, he was going to slaughter his enemy. Okay, so people want to be stupid, go ahead. You're going to be freaking slaughtered around some matter. Okay, there has been a love situation out here. The word love situation is here. It actually literally jumped out of the deck before I turned the camera on, and soulmates have been involved. Another card says soulmates. And somebody is loved out here, whether somebody else doesn't like it or not, because they think there's some type of a competition, okay? But again, somebody's dealing with something that's completely severed. There is no love situation for somebody who has done some nasty stupidness with this Hangman. They're crazy. They have flipped themselves upside down. They have gotten themselves caught up in some stuff. They can't get out. Somebody's had to be protected from this stupidness with this crazy freak that's been dealt with out here. The truth around something crazy is here. The Hangman is a freaking crazy, confusion, stupid card. It's also a prison card. Somebody can go to jail, and there's unity to put somebody in freaking jail that needs to go to jail. Oh, and right underneath this card it says you are loved, says prison. Yes, somebody's going to go to prison. Somebody's soulmate can go to prison, or whatever that is. There's prison out here. Thank you, Jehovah. Thank you. And something's going to be forced within some ordeal. Enough is enough of the stupid crazies in the earth, man. So ridiculous. You're going to the freaking pit of hell. There's a secret out here. So the CH, the Q, and the X, and somebody is dealing with their X. Like I said, there's two people that are back to back, but there is nothing tied between these two people anymore. We can confidently say that somebody's X is involved in something, and they think that there's still some type of competition, and there's just nothing there. It is done. It is over. Whatever has taken place, that they've gotten a line of confusion. They're in rebellion. They went the way. Somebody went astray the other day. Jehovah brought it out. Somebody's woeful. There is no cure for somebody that keeps coming out on my table, and that's who I'm directing energy against on this table to expose. We were told in this hour that we would judge. Okay, we're sitting up here and we're judging against the freaks. They're in the judgment right now. They really are. And there's somebody's ex is out here, and they're very detached, and they're woeful, and they're going to go to prison. If they hadn't already been there before, they're going to go in their own little bondage world, and the great king of the universe going to deal with that person and other people involved in the stupid situation. Okay, so the CH, the Q, and the X. This also talks about somebody's into magic. Oh my gosh, are you into magic? Your magic is crap. Okay, your magic is nothing. All right, you're in a violation. It's called witchcraft, and Jehovah hates you. Okay, you love violence, and Jehovah's going to spring down those fire and brimstone up on you, and your little secretive stupidness where you plotting some stuff. We don't care about your little plot. Jehovah is going to uproot you out of the freaking earth. So you go ahead and be secretive as you want. The true secret is with the righteous. Okay, you're being judged. You're going to prison. There's unity out here. There's a forcible overthrow. There will be a positive outcome within this ordeal, and the righteous are going to shine like the sun, like Jehovah states. Okay, so anyway, the CH, the Q, and the X is here. The L and the J is also in this reading. So this will come out, folks. I hope you all have a fantastic day. All of y'all in the upright, go forth and roar at wickedness. Until next time, shalom.